Hey everyone, today I want to tell you the story of a Halloween where I saw the greatest fight I've ever witnessed. Not a professional fight, not an MMA fight. I guess those are professional, but you know what I mean. Not like something you would see in a sporting event, not something you'd see in the crowd, not something you'd see in the arena, not something you'd see in some video game, but still one of the greatest fights I've ever seen, if not the, because I was there. No one believes me because there was only one other witness and he kept his mouth shut. Um, so it's Halloween night or thereabouts, and a bar that my best friend and I frequent is hosting an event. We're thinking, we're both two single guys. This bar attracts a lot of people, people that we have stuff in common with, particularly women who also like video games because this bar is also an arcade. I talk about this in another video. Don't really go into detail about the bar, but another video that I tell a story that takes place there. Uh, but we're like, you know what? We could go to a friend's party, but we pretty much know everyone there. We could go to another venue and maybe meet some people that are cool. But this is the first time where both of us have been single. So let's go to this bar's Halloween party, maybe get a date, maybe just, hang out with some women who are cute and like what we like. You know, typical single guy thing. And Halloween's my favorite holiday. So, of course, he wants me to go with him and spend Halloween doing something we like. He doesn't really care for Halloween, but I love it. But anyway, I'm getting off track. Point is, we're at this bar. It's crowded. Halloween is one of the most popular holidays in our area, probably in yours too, but definitely here. People go all out for it. Uh, and we're having a great time, but the bar's crowded. The heat's on because it's an October night, and it's a really cold October night. And the alcohol buzz and sweats are starting to kick in. So I step outside for some fresh air. The bar employee who was checking IDs is sitting on his stool, smoking a cigarette. He offers me one, and I tell him, no, thank you. I appreciate it, though. And he reaches under the stool, grabs a bottle of water, is like, well, here, you look like you need something. So I lean up against the big giant glass windows that are all over the front of the bar. People can see my friend will see me if I'm out here because it's pretty obvious. There's lights pointing down, so it's not like it's pitch black when he's looking out. He'll be able to find me when he needs to find me. So I'm sitting there, well, leaning there for probably 5 minutes, taking some sips of this water, enjoying the night air. And this guy's not really all that chatty, but every now and then he'll ask me how I'm doing. We'll have a little bit of an exchange. But it's probably 5 minutes before a woman in a Chun Li costume, Chun Li being the girl in the blue dress from the Street Fighter video games. I would put a photo up, but I wasn't able to find one of good quality that didn't look copyrighted. So just you can look it up later. Uh, if you don't already know who that is. She comes out, asks him for a cigarette. He gives it to her. He offered me one. Why would he refuse her? And she paces up and down, back and forth, and is smoking her cigarette. She's looking kind of nervous, but we don't know her. I'm not going to ask her anything. And bar employee, he's sort of the security guard, so that would be his job anyway. So I'm just like, you know what? None of my business. You're probably just, same reason I'm out here. You bumped into somebody because it's open up and it kind of freaked you out because you don't like crowds. Fine. I'm not gonna butt in. Well, probably another 5 minutes goes by and she's almost done with her cigarette when the bar door swings open and before I have time to look over and see who is slamming doors, a woman in an Amish costume shouts, and her words, not mine. You said you were quitting, you dumb lying whore. A little extreme. A little extreme, especially if that's your friend. But before I have time to just go, whoa, she sprints full force towards Charlie, who starts sprinting in the opposite direction, dropping her cigarette. But she's wearing high heels, or sandals, or something that's not really good for running, so she's not going to make it. There's no way. And on this girl, want to emphasize, Chun-Li is a character from a fighting video game. Amish girl. Amish girl flying kicks Chun-Li to the ground. I'm pretty sure flying kicks are Chun-Li's special like move in the video game, but I haven't played that in forever, so I don't know. Uh, but the fighting video game character got taken down by a farm girl. Awesome. Like, that's just hilarious. But they're on the ground fighting, and they roll into the street, and I look over at bar security guard, like, hey, you gonna do something? And before he even has time to get up, before I even finish uh, saying that, uh, we hear a thump and look over, and Amish girl is like pulling back a fist, and Chun Li is out cold. And she starts lifting her up over her shoulder, and she walks across the street and unlocks the car, puts Chun Li in the back seat, and looks back at us, points at us, says, if I find out one of you gives her a cigarette the next time we come, you're next. And she gets in the driver's door and speeds off, like, ignoring traffic lights, swerving around other cars. They are gone, and she does not care who's in the way. And about the time that they're out of sight and the noises from the car start to die down a little, the friend I came to the bar with comes out the front door, finds me, and goes, "What the hell are you doing outside? Nothing worth seeing is going to happen in here." And I look at him, I look at bar security guard, like, did, did you not just see what happened? He's like, what are you talking about? And I tell him the whole story that I just told you, and he's like, no. Then bar security guard is like, he's not lying, dude. I, I probably should have done something, but he's not lying. And that's when my friend believes me and said, should we report this? That sounds like a thing we should report. And bar security guard is like, yeah, probably, but I get in trouble for not doing my job. And they came together, they're friends, they're regulars. I know that they know each other, so I'm not too worried about it. Other than hopefully she didn't get a concussion, but that's out of my hands, out of my boss's hands. So okay, yeah, we're not going to tell your boss either. We don't want to get you in trouble, and you got a point. So, but my best friend to this day is beyond annoyed. I'd say pissed is a closer word that he didn't see that. That he's still not entirely sure if I'm telling him the truth or if me and security guard guy are just messing with him. I can understand that, but it happened, and holy shit, you know, I grew up watching shows like all the guys would like stop and ogle at the girl fight, and I never really understood why. And the reason I'm so amazed that happened is probably different than theirs, but yeah, I had the same reaction. I'm not getting involved, and I kind of want to see what happens, but probably for a different reason than those guys. But anyway, to this day, that is my favorite Halloween, and like I said, it's my favorite holiday. It tends to be the one day a year where I actually go out and do something exciting, if not, more exciting than I normally do, and or try to schedule something more exciting. But that just happened. I didn't plan it, had no intention of that ever happening, and it is in my mind forever. I could go on a roller coaster, the roller coaster could fall off like Final Destination style, and somehow I'll survive, and that would still be the cooler event. That, bang. I can't really expect a better Halloween than that, just because it's just an unbelievable event, right? Probably not a good one, probably not a fun one, probably not, something that I should hope to ever see again, but it happened. I saw it. Very few other people did. And how do you recreate that event? I'm rambling at this point, so I got nothing else to say I'll see you guys later. And next time Halloween rolls around, you guys try and have some fun too.